Hello, Naginayo 101 here. I wasn't able to get online today because of a computer issue. Anyway, I was going to talk about this earlier. It was kind of funny because when you fall back into what I like to do when I'm kind of bored with life, I usually fall into this. I've been a Vampire Chronicles fan since I was like 15. And let me tell you a little thing about Vampire Chronicles. And this is a story that actually pertains to a lot of stuff that happened in my high school years, which caused me to lose a lot of friends. Well, I actually gained a lot of friends because they didn't realize I was actually into this stuff until I was standing there reading Interview with the Vampire and actually got in to go to see the movie the day of premiere. At the time that the movie came out, there was a lot of things about what was going on at my school, and I didn't say anything to anybody that I actually got in to go see this. My mother had made a promise that if I finished Interview with the Vampire, the novel, I would get to go see Interview with the Vampire, the movie. The deal was I had to finish the book. I read the book twice before I saw the movie. I absolutely loved it. Then the other time, which was the third time through, I was actually listening to a book on tape of it. See if I missed anything. Yeah, didn't miss anything. But this is my actual critique of actually what this movie was. At least to me. Because here's my copy from high school. This is a second copy I have. My first copy got stolen on the bus. Don't ask. But I can show you the effect of high school on Queen of the Damned. I showed this once to Anne Rice's website, and she asked me what the hell happened to my book. Because I was on her Facebook page and she wanted to know the extent of the damages of these books. Until I showed her the spine, the back, the front, and that. Those are pages actually falling out. They were scotch taped back in while I was reading it. And here's the extent of the other copy. This is my second copy of this book. This is the copy I got in high school, which, believe me, looks no better. I read these books cover to cover all through my high school years, and quite frankly, this book had to be retired because my fiance's comment was, "What the hell is wrong with you? The book is falling apart." When I started reading these books, I was probably the most depressed kid in high school because I literally felt like the whole universe was stupid enough. Then again, I was also reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Let's see, what else was I reading? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was one book. Heralds of Valdemar by Mercedes Lackey. I was also reading variants of different books, none of which really had much bearing in my life other than maybe Redwall and a few others. But when it comes to these books, particularly this book here and Queen of the Damned, there is a little bit of a reason why I use it to pertain to how I feel. Lestat, for me, growing up, aside from the fact being played by Tom Cruise and doing a really smashing good job, Lestat to me was actually a character I could relate to. Lestat was an asshole, yes. Lestat was a jackass, yes. But the book The books are awesome, amazing. I grew up on them. But what would pertain very well with it was the fact that I went to go see Queen of the Damned with my friend Jess, or one of my friends, Jessica. I think her name was Jess, or was it Jen? I don't remember. But me and this girl went to go see it. We asked if her sister wanted to come, and her sister's like, no, I have a church meeting that night. So we kind of had to say no. So she said no. So I went, and was severely disappointed. The soundtrack to Queen of the Damned was probably one of the better soundtracks I've heard. But, to me, Stuart Townsend did not belong in that part. I'm sorry. If anyone likes Stuart Townsend, that's great. But it doesn't fit Lestat. Now, the actor who played Marius didn't fit Marius either. I could have seen him doing a little bit different character than that. But the only person that actually made the movie even worth mentioning and made it much better was Aaliyah. May her soul reach every facet of musical history. May she be remembered for a part that she played and did very well in a movie that was terrible. I'm not lying, she did a really good job, but even she probably knew the movie did not go as well as planned. Aaliyah was a very good actress, but it just didn't go. So, yeah. I'm also a fan of a show called Forever Knight, so that's a different animal. I'll get into that later on in my vlogs about these vampire shows that I used to watch in high school and all the way through my life. I was obsessed with vampires from the time I was about 12 when I first saw Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula was one of my favorites, but by the time I hit high school, I was enamored by Interview with a Vampire. I was enamored by Vampire Chronicles. By then, Vampire Chronicles consisted of Interview with a Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, Queen of the Damned, Tale of the Body Thief, and Mimnock the Devil. Just those 5 books. Later, it expanded on. Through my college years, let's see, Pandora, Nerito, Armand, let's see, Merrick, Blood and Gold, let's see, Blackwood Farm, Blood Cantil, Prince Lestat. I think I missed a couple. Let's see, Prince Lestat and Secret of Atlantis, Blood Communion. All the Vampire Chronicles started to expand it out quite a bit, and it also started to cross over into another series, and that was The Witching Hour, Lasher, and Tultus. I really wish they didn't cross those over, personally. That was just my personal opinion. But I read those too, and again, I was not entirely like, oh, well, yeah, I wasn't gonna skip those. But as my years expanded, I started understanding more and more about Vampire Chronicles, and I understood a lot more because I absolutely enjoyed listening to Lestat, Louis, and Armand. Armand became one of my favorite characters, and in fact, I cosplayed him a couple times. He's not an easy character to cosplay, by the way. So, that is the story. That is how it went. that's 10 minutes of telling you about my interest in Vampire Chronicles. And also, I will be getting ready to be playing a new video game soon. Let's see if I can bring it out to you. I will be probably getting back into the Sword Art, I believe, Lost Song in the next continuation, but I'm going to be getting ready for Fatal Bullet, but I have to do a playthrough and get it started, okay? So, talk to you later.